అది అవసరం లేదా?
సెలక్షన్ మారింది ఇప్పుడు. ఓకే, ఇదే కాక అది చూడండి అనుకుంటాం. ఇలా కనబడతారు ఈ సెలక్షన్ కదా సార్. మీరు సార్ అవ్వాలంటే అలా పర్లేదు కదా. ఓకేనా, స్టార్ట్ చేసి.
Good morning to all. Today's topic is slide culture technique, fungal slide culture technique. Till now you completed practicals. This one is one of the practical. It belongs to mycology. It is how the microscopical examination had seen for fungal microscopical slides and growth. How to prepare a fungal slide culture technique. Today we will see. Look after this topic. Media for fungal, you already know. Usually we use saprose, dextrose, agar media. Saprose, dextrose, agar media is used for culturing yeast. Yeast example Cryptococcus. Yeast like fungi, candida albicans. Yeast, molds, agar fungi and acidic microorganisms. Cyclohexamide or acetylene is used for isolation of dermatophytes, as this will inhibit all other opportunistic contaminants. Usually we will put ingredients saprose, dextrose, agar with antibiotics, inoculated and incubated at 22 to 37 degrees centigrade. Chloramphenicol antibiotic we will use in STI. Why this chloramphenicol we will use? For suppress the growth of bacteria. Chloramphenicol is used for suppress the growth of bacteria. Cyclohexamide or acetylene is used for importantly for suppress the contamination of fungi, opportunistic contamination, fungi. Chloramphenicol for bacterial growth. Cyclohexamide is used for contamination of fungi. Composition of saprose, dextrose, agar 15 and dextrose 20 mycological peptone. Directions: suspended 65 grams in 1000 ml distilled water, boiled to dissolve the medium completely. Total 40, 50, 65. Total 65 grams in 1000 ml distilled water, boiled to dissolve the medium completely. Sterilized by autoclaving at 15 lbs pressure at 121 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes. Holding time. See, on saprous dextrose agar media. Powdery colonies, Aspergillus fumigatus, candida, cryptococcus, like this. The growth will come on media. Usually used media are saprous dextrose agar media. Now we are seeing slide culture preparation. How to prepare slide culture preparation? Fungal slide culture preparation. In order to accurately identify many fungi, it is essential to observe the precise arrangement of conidiophores. Already I said conidiophore, conidia, sterigmata, vesicle, septate hyphae. You already seen in Aspergillus. For Aspergillus and Penicillium, conidia, conidiophore, these will be there. For Myopia, Rhizocus, these sporangia, sporangiophore, these will be there. Conidiophores and the way in which spores are produced. Conidial ontogeny. This slide culture name is Riddle's slide culture technique. Riddle's slide culture technique. Riddle's simple method of slide culture. It permits fungi to be studied virtually in situ with as little disturbance as possible. If in LPCB, if you put in regular routine examination, LPCB, if teasing needles with you separate this with teasing needles, it happens to be separated. Then what it happens, culture may be directly examined under the microscope, then a little disturbances will be seen. That's why we will put slide culture preparation, not routinely used LCB, lactophenol cotton blue. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది, the mycelia which adhere to glass surface usually show some characters, microscopic evidence, which may be lost if teasing needles, it can be separated. It happens in routine culture LCB, lactophenol cotton blue. A simple modification of this method using a single agar plate is described below. Steps, how to prepare this slide culture preparation. Routine examination in LCB అనుకోండి, మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, the mycelia is adherent to glass surface, usually shows some characters. Microscopic examination చేసినప్పుడు which may be lost if teasing needles put, and it happens routinely LCB. ఇదే fungal slide culture preparation అనుకోండి, we will take the forceps and put on LCB and we will see. Then exact morphology of fungus will be read. There is no disturbances. Morphological details of fungi, it relationships between sporangiophore, sporangia, or conidia, conidiophore, and hyphae, maybe septate hyphae or non-septate hyphae. We will read exact morphology in slide culture preparation. In LCV, some loss will be seen. How we will prepare slide culture preparation? One plate of nutrient agar, potato dextrose agar is recommended. Saprous dextrose agar, please. However, some fastidious fungi may require harsher media to induce sporulations like cornmeal agar. Already I said this one, cornmeal agar or Japac-dox agar. These will be some fastidious fungi may require these type of media especially. Steps, using a sterile blade cut on agar block, maybe saprous dextrose agar, 7 into 7 mm, small enough to fit under cover slip. Cover slip enta aithe saripotundo, that much media we have to cut. 7 into 7 micrometers using a sterile blade, small enough to fit under cover slip. We have to put on that cut agar block, we will cover with that with cover slip. Flip the block upon to the surface of the agar plate. Flip the block onto the agar surface of the agar plate onto the slide. Ante I will show you steps one after one. First, take a sterile slide. First only you all this put in hot air oven. This sterile slide, petri dish, cover slips, carbon rods. These all can be sterilized first in hot air oven. Then you have to this using a sterile blade cut, agar block, this one, saprolose dextrose agar block, sterile slide. We have to cut 7 into 7 mm agar block, and we have to kept on that sterile slide, and it is covered with cover slip. Fit the block onto the surface of agar plate means slide. Inoculate the 4 sides of the agar block with spores or mycelia fragments of the fungus to be grown. Whatever growth, it may be dermatophytes or penicillium or rhizopus or aspergillus. These growths can be inoculated through all 4 sides of the agar block under beneath the cover slip. First, you have sterile slide on that SDA block will be put on that cover slip had placed with teasing needles help on 4 sides. You have to put the growth. Then place a flamed cover slip. Before putting directly onto the SDA media, first you have to flame it. It is also a dry heat sterilization. Even though these all can be sterilized, you have to once again sterilize and put on the block. With the help of teasing needles, you inoculate 4 sides of that block. Then incubate the plate at 26 degrees centigrade until growth and sporulation have occurred. Usually 48 hours. After 48 hours, you will see. Remove the cover slip from the agar block. For observation of microscopical examination, remove the cover slip from the agar block. Apply a drop of 95% alcohol as a wetting agent. Before this step, see, this one must be moist condition. Petri dish with filter paper with sterile water. Then it can be wet, moist condition will be there. On this, banded rods will be there, sterilized banded rods. This slide culture technique preparation, our HOD Professor HOD sir, Nursing sir have done this, how to prepare slide culture, a small demo video. You will see after this, that video also. After a while you come back to college, then all practicals you will be follow and you will be done with your hands. This one also you will be see very clearly. Microscopical examination, macroscopical examination, and how to prepare this slide culture preparation. You will follow it while you come back once to college after this COVID vacation. Apply a drop of 95% alcohol as a wetting agent. Gently lower the cover slip onto a small drop of lactophenol cotton blue on a clean glass slide. You place it 1 lactophenol cotton blue drop on this slide. After preparing media and incubate it in BOD incubator for 22 degrees centigrade to 37 degrees centigrade, or if BOD incubator is not available, keep it in a room temperature. Then after 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours, you will take this cover slip. This cover slip containing what? This cover slip containing mycelia, which adhere to glass surface. Mycelia, you are inoculating 4 sides now. This mycelia will adhere to this glass surface. Usually show microscopical characters. Gently lower the cover slip onto a small drop of lactophenol cotton glue and clean glass slide. The slide can be left overnight to dry and later sealed with fingernail polish. If the slide is to kept for a long time in live position, then the slide can be left overnight to dry and later sealed with fingernail polish around the cover slip. Then it can be fixed. When sealing with nail polish, use a coat of clear polish followed by one coat of red colored polish. Chuttu seal చేసిన తర్వాత ఆ nail polish, use a coat of clear polish followed by one coat of red colored polish. Then it can be fixed. First, take a sterile slide, cut the Sabrosdust agar media with the sterile blade 7 into 7 mm block and heat the cover slip and placed on the Sabrosdust agar block. 4 sides you inoculate the growth and first petri dish is filter paper with sterile water, then banded rods will be placed on that slide have growth as inoculated and cover the petri dish plate and kept for incubator, BOD incubator for 22 degrees centigrade to 37 degrees centigrade. After 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours, we have to take and wait, see here, banded rods are there, sterile slide, cover slip. See how 4 corners it is with the help of teasing needle, we put inoculate the growth. Then you close the petri dish. This one with sterile water, filter paper can be put. Then in moist condition, wet condition, it will be there. See, our HOD sir is showing how to prepare slide culture technique plate. We have done this practical day before yesterday and you clearly follow that video.
Today, we are going to see the demonstration of slide culture technique. So you must know before doing this technique, what is the slide culture and what are the uses of it. We are now going to do the diagnostic tests for fungi. That's why this slide culture technique is a diagnostic test for the fungi. If you identify bacteria, you will do so many tests, including biochemical tests, agglutination tests, and all these things. But there are very few tests for fungi. Especially, such tests are available for candida and cryptococcus. For other fungi, there are no such tests to identify to the species level of the fungi. Hence, we have to do a slide culture test, see the morphology of the fungi. Basing on the morphology, we will go to the atlas and then we will identify the fungi at the species level. Suppose some specimen came to the laboratory, you will isolate the fungi and you will see the morphology of the same fungi under the microscope by teasing technique, which spoils all of the morphology, so that it is very difficult to identify the fungi based on its morphology. To make it intact morphology, we have to do this slide culture technique. Now, what is the slide culture technique? What are the requirements? We will see now. First, we have a sterile slide culture plate. Sterile slide culture plate in which you have a V-shaped glass rod and sterile slides. Inside you have cover slips. All these we will prepare, keep in the hot air oven. We will sterile in the hot air oven, and before use we will take from the hot air oven. We will start the technique. First of all, we will take the sterile slide. Now we will start the technique. Just again, we will just heat on the spirit lamp. We will take the Sabarats dextrose agar, that is a necessary medium for the growth of in the flame of a spirit lamp. Wait for some time to become cool and cut 1 centimeter square from this plate. Lift it up with the scalpel blade. Now put it on the slide, sterile slide. Okay. Now re-sterile it, the blade. Then from the sterile culture technique plate, you take the sterile cover slip. Just pass on over the spirit lamp, then put it over the block of Sabarats dextrose agar, which we have previously kept on the slide. Just press it. Now you have a preparation. First sterile slide, over it a centimeter square Sabarats dextrose agar piece, over that the cover slip. Now with a straight wire, this is loop, we don't want to, this is the straight wire, or a teasing needle, which we are used in the intermediate biology practicals. Then sterile this. Teasing needle. Now this is the fungus growth which we obtained from the patients to identify this fungus at the species level. Now open the bottle containing the fungal growth. Just heat the mouth. Now take a small amount of the fungus, close it. This is the fungus, small amount of the fungus you have taken. Now, on the 4 sides of the Sabarats dextrose agar, you just pass with the sharp needle. Now, take distilled water, in the plate, then keep it over the V-shaped glass rod, cover it, with the other plate of the petri dish, keep it in the incubator. ఇక్కడ లేని ఫోర్సెప్స్ ఒకటి ఫోర్సెప్స్తో నేను గీయాలి యాక్చువల్గా అది అవసరం. This is BOD incubator, but you can also keep at the room temperature. So, if BOD incubator is available, you can keep in the BOD incubator at 27 degrees centigrade, that is 25 to 27. If not possible, you can keep in the room temperature. Every day, you have to see the plate for the growth. Take this slide out. See under the low power of the microscope. If you have sufficient morphological growth, then you will prepare a slide preparation for the final identification of the slide culture, which we are going to tell later.
Now, after observing this demonstration, sir showed very clearly how to prepare slide culture. Already I said all those steps. Sir very clearly sir had done and shown to you. After while coming back to your regular classes, then you will again every practical you will be done yourself, and this one also you will observe very clearly. After once finish putting slide culture technique, after 48 hours or 24 hours, you will observe if that growth contain reproductive structures like growth had seen. Then these reproductive structures like conidia, conidiophore, hyphae, these structures you can observe very clearly in microscopical examination. Till now, macroscopical examination you had followed. Now, microscopical examination. This microscopical examination, if Aspergillus species, first of all, from this agar block, this cover slip is there, no? This cover slip, it containing growth. This one you have, with the help of sterile forceps, you will collect that cover slip and placed on micro slide, sterile slide. A drop of LCV will be put on that slide, and very slowly you will collect that cover slip slide from that SDA media, and you have applied in that lactophenol cotton glue. There is no air bubbles. Very delicately you will put that cover slip from one corner. Then you will observe first in low power. Then in low power you will see whole intact structure. Then once you find out and you clearly observe in low power, then you move on to high power 40x. In this low power Aspergillus species, you will observe conidia 4, conidia very clearly in microscopic examination. Then if you once very clearly seen this whole intact structure conidia, then you move on to 40x high power. Then you will see very clearly this vesicle, sterigmata and conidia very clearly in 40x. This one is Aspergillus species. By that pigmentation you will confirm which species, which one. This one is penicillium in 40x high power. This one also same, conidia 4 is present, conidia brush border like appearance. Here you see very clearly, not flower like. See, this one penicillium. In microscopical examination, you will see. This one mucor. How you will tell? For mucor and rhizopus, for mucor there are no rhizoids. Beneath the surface there is no root-like structures. That one is mucor. For mucor, rhizoids are absent. Only sporangiophore and sporangia will be seen. Sporangia upper the surface, beneath the surface there are no rhizoids. This one sporangiophore, stalk-like appearance, and sporangia. This one rhizopus-like. This one is a mucus-like, and this one rhizopus-like. For rhizopus also sporangiophore, stalk-like appearance, and sporangia will be seen. But beneath the surface, rhizoids are present. Very clearly you are seeing these rhizoids. See, rhizoids, root-like structures. For mucor, same. Sporangiophore will be there. Sporangia, upper surface, mycelial surface, it will be present. But there are no rhizoids for mucor. And here, rhizoids are very clearly identification mark for rhizopus. This one also 40x, high power. Then you move on to another slide. That one is this one, dermatophytes. In dermatophytes, trichophyton mentagrophytes, these all are macroconidia, dermatophytes. Trichophyton, microsporum, epidermophyton, this one. These are macroconidia. These all are microconidia. Macro, big size, and microconidia. Gypsum, bronchium, this one. Microconidia are small compared to macroconidia. Dermatophytes. This slide is rhizopus slide. Rhizoids are beneath the surface. These are microscopical examination. After putting one slide culture technique, the whole intact structure can be clearly visible by after doing slide culture technique. If directly on lactophenol cotton blue, some disturbance will with teasing needles, separation, everything, you will lose the intact structure. If you put slide culture technique, the whole intact structure morphology was not disturbed, and a relationship between reproductive structures like conidia, conidiophore, everything you will be clearly visible. Hyphae, everything, maybe septate hyphae or non-septate. Another method is there, accordingly slide culture technique, but it was not suggested. But cellophane tape preparation has come to greater use to overcome obstacles of time consumption and requirement of extra equipments to prepare slide culture technique. This one is cellophane tape. A piece of cellophane tape gently laid on over portion of fungal colony, and slowly lifted and remove an area of LCB. You put a one drop of LCB and you stick on it on LCB and microscopic slide and covered with cover slip. On that covered with cover slip. Instant slide culture technique, this method. It is another method, but it is not run, but it one because if slide culture there is a lot of time is consumption, greater use to overcome obstacles of time consumption very clearly and requirements extra equipment to prepare slide culture technique. This one also one method, but you stick on to slide culture technique. This one another. If examiner will ask, then cellophane tape method is there. A piece of tape gently laid on over portion of fungal colony and slowly lifted and remove an area of LCB on microscope slide and covered with cover slip and examine. Instant slide culture technique. This one is instant slide culture technique. How you will observe if you are taking from the SDA block, the mycelia which adhere to glass surface usually show characteristic microscopical examination. Maybe relationship between reproductive structures like conidia, conidiophore, and hyphae, like this. Once you prepare that, you see this. In your record book, slide culture technique is there. There you have to write this. You already know, I already said to you, LPCB, it contains phenol crystals, lactic acid, glycerol, distilled water, cotton blue. These are the ingredients in LCB, lactophenol cotton blue. This one, saprose, dextrose agar media containing. These are the steps. Use a sterile blade, cut another block 7 into 7 mm, small enough to fit under a cover slip. Flip the block onto the surface of agar slide plate. Inoculate the four sides of the agar block with spores or mycelial fragments of the fungus to be grown. If BOD incubator is available, then you kept in BOD incubator or you kept her room temperature. Place a flamed cover slip centrally upon the agar block. Then you have to inoculate four sides of agar block with spores of mycelial fragments. Maybe conidia or spore or dermatophytes, anything. Then incubate at 26 degrees centigrade or growth formation occurred. After that, after 24 to 48 hours, remove the cover slip from the agar block. Apply a drop of diluted wetting agent. Gently lower the cover slip onto a small drop of lactophenol cotton blue on a glass slide. Then the slide can be left overnight to seal with fingernail polish if storage purpose, or otherwise you directly read that result. When sealing with nail polish, use a coat of clear polish followed by one coat of red colored polish. This one, first you have to sterile in hot air oven. This petri dish plate, it containing sterile slides, to and cover slip, bended rods, see curved shaped bended rods, and tissue paper. See these curved shaped bended rods. In video, you clearly seen that how the moist condition have kept pouring of sterile dish water and put that. These all are microscopical examination slides. After once finishing the preparation slide culture technique, after incubation, then you have to take it out that cover slip with the help of sterile forceps and place a drop of lactophenol cotton blue and put on there without air bubbles coming from one side corner. You have to place down that lactophenol cotton blue. Then you have to focus first in low power object. Then if you see clearly that entire structures everything, then you have to into 40x high power. And these can be seen. Close the condenser can be down and you will see this. These slides are first one Aspergillus species in low power field 10x. You will see whole conidiophore and conidia. That one in high power you will see very clearly conidiophore stigmata, vesicle, and conidia. Septate hyphae also sometimes you will see. This one penicillium. Conidia very clearly, like bloomstick appearance, you are very clearly seen in high power. This one mucar, another slide, this one mucar, microscopic slide. It is containing sporangiophore and sporangia. For mucar and rhizopus mainly, for mucar, rhizoids are absent beneath the surface. For rhizopus, you will see very clearly rhizoids beneath the surface, sporangiophore and containing sporangia. This is the typical important character for rhizopus compared to mucar, rhizoids. And this one adamantophytes like trichophyte and mantagrophytes, you are very clearly observing trichophyte and mantagrophytes, macroconidia, and these all are microconidia. This one macroconidia. With this, you have finished this slide culture technique. Okay, thank you.